That's Nicole, the blind maid, sharing my magic of the world. And today, I'm going to talk about the website I created with Lauren and about making blurbs for book covers. So, for all those that are new here, welcome. I hope you enjoy what you find here. And for all those returning, welcome back. So, Lauren and I decided to create a website to help not only promote our books, but also our blog, and to offer services of writing for those that are either new to writing or are like us, disabled, and trying to find resources to help them get their books out there without either being taken advantage of or have mistakes and not notice it because of your disability. The website's called enchantingtales.net, and a link to that will be down in the description below. And it's really cool because not only do we have a couple art books on there, we also bought the blog we created on
WordPress,
thank you. So there's very a lot of content there for you to read if you're interested in mythology, magic, tarot, astrology, lists, top 10s, etc. So check it out.
and there's also a 100 book recommendation.
Oh yeah, me too.
So, even more books to read. You're welcome.
Services we offer so far are social media kit, which is us promoting your books or your articles or anything like that on social media websites. So Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Pinterest, etc. We also offer proofreading, which is where we'll take your article or novel or poetry and we will read it and look for errors, but also offer suggestions on how to improve it, and also what would work to get to your target audience. And then the final one is where I sign up, or so Lauren says, which is blurb writing. So when you go to a bookstore, usually when you grab a book, two things catch your interest: the picture on the front, and on the back, the description or the summary of what the novel's about. When I look at book blurbs that I've written beforehand, I feel like a lot of times either it's too much intel, there's not enough, or it's not written well enough to grab your attention, makes you want to do buy the book. And because I'm a giant bookworm, I have read a lot of book blurbs. So it kind of helped me figure out what works and what doesn't work for the writers.
Well, I just thought of a series you could do to help promote that idea even more. So, as we were saying that we have a 100 book recommendation list.
Yeah.
Each video could be it could be in a series on YouTube, and each video you can take a book from that list and read the synopsis and then give your opinion on it.
Well, that'd be good to do for our Enchanting Tales podcast one.
Yeah.
When I do a blurb, I usually look first at what the genre of the book is, what the target audience is, and then finally what the writer wants to promote or what they're trying to say for the story. Because if you write on the back of your book your entire synopsis or everything about it, there's no point buying the book because you already know what it's about. There's nothing you need to learn. Also, some people will try to stick to niches. In genres, like for example, romance, it's like, oh look, here's a love triangle. Or in a action adventure, here's the hero's quest. And yes, that might be interesting, but is it enough to pull the reader in and make them want to open the book instead of just reading the back and playing it back afterwards?
And also, what sets it apart from other books in that genre.
Exactly. So, when we were finished Hunted, Lauren had left it to me to clean up the blurb because she had written it. And she had ran into the problem where she had given away too many details of the novel.
And I think what you were saying, I think this is a problem a lot of writers face because nobody likes writing the blurb.
I do. Anyway, so after cleaning it up and taking out a lot of the extra details, I took consideration when it comes to paranormal novels, especially about vampires. What is the writing style that get a lot of books' attention for selling, or a lot of people won't open it? And in that case, I often consideration what was the second genre that we were writing for. And due to that, I knew that writing the blurb, it had to be about the characters and how they're connected, but also have a sense of mystery to it. Because a lot of times paranormal always has that like unknown, mysterious factor to them. Poetry is done slightly different. I'll ask the writer what they consider to be the main genre, or if it's a collection of poetry, what are some of the main themes or subjects they have listed. And then I'll write the blurb showcasing either the genre itself or what are some of the main poems they wish to highlight in the collection.
Yeah, and I feel like that was the problem I faced when I released my poetry collection, because, like, my themes are all over the place.
Yep. And that was the case for Shadow Abyss, but I took into consideration that it was being released on Yule, so I kept that theme tied into the collection. Not all writers would like a person to write the word for their novels. Sometimes they feel really connected or really personal with what they wrote, and they don't want an outsider trying to tell them how to spin it. So another option I offer is to have someone write the blurb themselves, and then I look over and offer your suggestions, clean up, or in some situations rewrite the blurb so that it fits their story better. And I respect writers, so my intent is not to be like, this is horrible, you should do it this way. Instead, I want to help them. I want to improve their writing and hopefully get more people to read their own stories.
Right, like you were saying with Frontage, you wanted to take the gem and polish it to make it shine.
Aww. I hope when you guys are ready to publish your own novels, you take consideration of coming to me and hopefully getting your some assistance, or in some cases, getting your blurb written. And that way you can share your knowledge and your writing with the world. So let me know if you guys found this helpful, and if you're intrigued and you'd like to check out the website, which will be down below. And until next time, blessed be.